Do you often get confused between do and make? Or maybe you are unsure when to use could you versus would you? Have you ever wondered when we say each student, every student, and all the students? If these questions sound familiar, you are in the right place. Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I will clear some common confusions in English grammar. So are you ready to dive in? Let's get started. Let's start with the difference between do and make. These two verbs can be tricky because they both refer to actions, but they are used in different contexts. We use do for general activities, tasks, and work. Think of do as something you perform or complete. For example, I need to do my homework or I need to do the laundry. Do is often used for the tasks that don't produce a physical object, like do the dishes, do exercise, or do the shopping. While make is used for creating or producing something. Think of make as something you bring into existence, like he is making a sandwich or they made an app. In both the cases, they are creating something new. So, make is often used when we talk about construction, building, or creating something that we can touch or see, like make a cake, make a plan, or make a decision. In short, use do for actions, tasks, and activities when no physical object is created. Use the word make for creating or producing something tangible or new. Next up, could you versus would you. Both are polite requests, but used slightly differently. Could is the past form of can. It is used to show ability in the past, like when I was younger, I could run fast. It shows the past ability. Could can be used in many ways. Let's understand with an example. It could rain later today. In this sentence, could shows possible event. And lastly, we use could for polite request. For example, could you pass the salt? Here, we are not sure if the person has the ability to fulfill the request. It is more about whether it is possible for the person to do it. But if I say, would you like to join us for dinner? Here, the word would show willingness. Would is very polite way to ask or request for something. One more example. Would you open the window? Here, I am asking, are you willing to open the window? So the main difference is would focuses on willingness, could focuses on ability. Would can also be used for expressing a desire or intention, like I would love to visit Paris one day. We can also use would in hypothetical or unreal situations, like where we wish for something. For example, if I had a car, I would drive to work. This means that I don't actually have a car right now, but if I did, then I would drive to work. Now, let's clarify the words between and among. Use between when referring to two people, things, or groups. For example, the book is between the two boxes. Among is used when referring to more than two people, things, or groups. It suggests being part of a larger group. For example, the secret was shared among friends. Among is used when referring to being surrounded by or included in a group of more than two. Next is rise and raise, as they sound similar but are used differently. We use rise when something happens by itself, like the sun rises every morning. And we use raise when we lift or move something to a higher position. It always requires an object, means something that receives the action. For example, she raised her hand to ask a question. So in short, rise happens by itself while raise needs an object, and it means to lift something up to a higher place. Here I want to add one more point. We can also use raise when talking about increasing levels or amounts, like the company decided to raise her salary. Or, can you raise the temperature? It's getting cold. We can also use raise word when talking about bringing up children, like they raise their children to be respectful and kind. Next, let's understand the difference between have to and must. We use have to for external obligations, the thing which is necessary or is required, because we have no other choice. Like if I say, I have made a to-do list and I have mentioned there that I have to finish this project by tomorrow. Here, have to indicates that this is necessary, or I can say finishing the project is something necessary or required. Now, what does must mean? Must is used to express a strong obligation or necessity. It means that something is very important and cannot be avoided. Example, I must remember to call my mom. Here must indicates a strong personal necessity or personal obligation. In short, must often used to strong personal obligations or rules you may impose on yourself. It is more an internal compulsion or personal decision. And have to, used for obligations imposed by external factors like rules, laws, or instructions. Moving further, let's explore preposition to and for. Use to for direction, like where something or someone is going, like I am going to the park. To is used to show movement. Remember, to is always followed by noun or verb. We use for to indicate purpose or reason, like this gift is for you, or I bought flowers for my mom. Please note, for is always followed by noun, pronoun or gerund, but never verb. In short, use to for direction and for benefits and purposes. Next, let's break down made of, made from, made with, and made out of. Made of is used when the material remains in its original form and is visibly a part of the final product. Example, the chair is made of wood. This means the chair is created from wood and you can see the wood in the chair. Next is made from. It is used when something is created using a material that changes form and can't be seen as it was originally. For example, the paper is made from trees. This means trees were used to create the paper, but the trees don't look like trees anymore. In such case, trees are transformed to paper. Next is made with. It is used to tell what ingredients or parts are included in making something, and it is mostly used with food items like the cake is made with flour, eggs and sugar. This means flour, eggs and sugar are some of the ingredients used to make the cake. And last one, made out of. It is used when something is created using a material in a creative or inventive way. Example, the seat is made out of old tires. Here made out of indicates that the seat is created using old tires, showing creativity, in repurposing the material. So remember, made of is for recognizable materials, made from for transformed materials, made with for ingredients, and made out of to create something new out of old things. Now tell me, do you ever find yourself unsure about whether to refer to animals as it, he or she? Let's clear that up. Did you know you can use he or she for animals? This is common when the animal is a pet. For example, this is Max. He is my dog. This is Bella. She loves to play. But what if the animal is not your pet? Then also we can use he or she for animals. If we know about its biological sex, then we can use she or he for the animals. Let's learn about conjunction though. Though is a word we use to show a difference or contrast in what we are saying. It's like saying but or however. For example, I don't like rainy days, though I enjoy the sound of rain. Here though tells us there is a difference between not liking rainy days and enjoying the sound of rain. Though can be used in different parts of a sentence to indicate contrast. It can be used in the beginning, like, though it was raining, we went for a walk. We can use though in the middle of the sentence, like, we went for a walk, though it was raining. We can also use the word though at the end of the sentence, like, it was raining, we went for a walk, though. Now let's look at each, every, and all. These words are used to talk about groups, but in different ways. We use each when we are talking about individual members of a group separately. It emphasizes that we are considering every single item or person individually. Example, there are 5 apples on the table. Each apple is red. This means we are talking about each individual apple separately. Remember, each is used with singular noun and verb. Every is used to refer to all the members of a group collectively. It is about everyone in the group. Example, every student in the class passed the test. This means each and every student, without exception, passed the test. It is also used with singular noun and verb. So in short, each highlight individual items or people, while every emphasizes the entire group as a whole. Next is all. All refers to the entire group as a whole. It is used with plural nouns. It emphasizes the entirety or completeness of the group. Example, all the books on the shelf are organized alphabetically. This statement refers to the entire collection of books, not just some of them. In summary, each focuses on individual items separately. Every refers to all items individually within the group, and all refers to the entire group as a whole. Now let's differentiate the usage of another and other. Another is used for one more of the same kind, like can I have another apple means one more apple of the same kind, while other is for different items, like do you have other fruits? Here I am talking about different items. Moving on to go versus get. We use go to show the movement or travel somewhere, like I need to go to the store. On the other hand, get is used to obtain or receive something, like I need to get some groceries. In short, use go for moving or traveling and get for obtaining or receiving. Let's now see the difference between have been to and have gone to. Have been to means you have visited a place at some point in the past and you are now back from there. It is like saying I went there and came back. For example, I have been to Paris. It means you visited Paris at some point in the past. Have gone to means you went to a place but you are still there or you haven't come back yet. It is like saying I went there but I am still there. For example, he has gone to the store. It means he went to the store and he is still there or hasn't returned yet. And lastly, one more confusing sentence we are going to understand now. The sentence is, have you eaten dinner or did you eat dinner? Which one is correct? Actually, both are correct, but there is a difference in its usage. Have you eaten dinner? This is the present perfect tense. It implies that the action of eating dinner occurred at an unspecified time before now. It is often used when the time period for dinner isn't over yet, leaving the possibility open for the action to still happen. But if you say, did you eat dinner? This is in the simple past tense. It refers to a specific point in the past. It is like asking if you had dinner at a particular time on a particular occasion in the past. Here dinner time is finished. And for completed action, we use simple past. So the difference is mainly in the tense used. Present perfect for recent or ongoing actions, have you eaten? Or simple past for actions completed at a specific time in the past, did you eat? That's it for today's lesson. We covered a lot of common grammar questions. Don't forget to practice. If you find this video informative, please give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching. See you next time.